So these beautiful things are actually ripe pods. This is an unintentional cross that popped up for Jamie Hill in his garden in Florida from seeds sent by John Lackey, and the seeds were from Jay's Ghost Scorpion pod. I'm not sure if it was a red or a peach, but they're from Jay's Ghost Scorpion. So it's obviously a cross of Jay's Ghost Scorpion. Who knows what with, considering that it stays green. So they do get mustardy if they're left a long time on the plant. You can see how some of these are showing green and sort of mustard colours. But they're very, very cool. And Jamie's calling this the Green Hornet. And I don't blame him. That's a great name for what's probably like having a mouthful of hornets when you eat them. Well, it's a lovely green variety. Some of the green varieties that have come out recently are very good, and I don't expect this one to be any different. But this is a selection of what the phenotype looks like, and they're very light but tough pods. So like supers when you just pick them. They're not very heavy. I'm sure it's very thin-skinned, thin-walled, but they're pretty hard. They're all the same, but very light. I suppose we better hack one of these open and have a look inside. How about this one that's got a little bit of mustard on it and a little bit of green? It's pale green. That's probably the best one. Says he, not having the faintest idea. Alright. Whoa! Okay, well, let's have a look inside. What a great looking pod. That's so cool. It has a very strong smell. It has a very strong smell of boots, of Nagas. Very, yeah. Which of course we know is in there because it's started off as a Ghost Scorpion anyway. There are bits of oil, some oil on the placenta, so over here on this bit of placenta, over here you can see all those sparkly bits. Those are all little oil deposits. There's quite a lot of oil that's running up and down the central bit that's a little bit more mustard coloured. I don't really see, there's a bit, no, there's oil over in this bit where there's placenta over here too. So there's a bit of oil in the placenta, especially down in this end. There's quite some big droplets down here. So, very, very strong boot Nagarish type smell. It's very nice. It doesn't really smell green, if you know what I mean. It just smells ripe. Smells great. So, let's have those out of the way. There we go. The Green Hornet, 2nd generation. Hi, Nigel Carter back again in the kitchen, and this time we have, as you've seen in the introduction, and this time we have the Green Hornet. This is the 2nd generation, F2 generation, of an unintentional cross that popped up in Jamie Hill's garden. And it started off as a seed from Jay's Ghost Scorpion. So we know at least there's scorpion and ghost in it. What else there is and why it ripens to this greeny mustardy colour, I can't tell you. But it's very cool. It's a very, very powerful, strong odour. Yeah, very, very strong. But it's nice. I like the smell of boots, and that's very much what it smells like. I don't really smell too much in the way of a scorpion in there. So I guess we'll find out how it tastes. Okay, let's get on with the Green Hornet. Cheers, everybody. Right off, it's very, very boot flavoured. And initially, it's not much heat. It's a little bit of sugar, but not much. It's what you'd expect a green pod to taste like, but it's quite fruity. And there definitely is a bit of scorpion in there. You can taste the scorpion. It's very bootish up front, and when the scorpion comes in a little bit later on, and as you continue to chew it, it gets a bit more grassy. The heat's starting to ramp up a bit now. It's a really great flavoured pod. Very, very nice. I really enjoyed the mustard Butolokia last year, and I think this one tastes better. There's a boot to it, but then there's the scorpion to it as well, and it makes a really nice pairing. And now the heat's really starting to ramp up big time. My tongue's really starting to hurt. It's all tongue burn. Not really much in the way of sweetness, even after you chew the skins, but it's really starting to take off. Yeah, it's just all tongue burn, nothing anywhere else. It's absolutely scrubbing my tongue clean. But the flavour's fantastic. If you like boots and you like scorpions, and who doesn't? Those are wonderful. And oh, and it's really starting to go now. That's hot. And it's all mouth. Mouth and tongue, mainly tongue. Now I'm starting to get it a little bit around the gums and the roof of my mouth. But the top of my tongue is just frying. But it's not hot enough to take away the flavour. But it is making me sweat. It's quite an aggressive heat too. It's a reasonably hot pod, but it's actually quite a painful pod. It's more painful than it is hot, and I know I've made this distinction before, and it's really kind of hard to explain. But yeah, it's probably just about peaked, so it hasn't gone nearly so far as I expected it to. The flavour's been there the whole time, which is actually very nice, very pleasant. Some of the seeds in my teeth, ridiculous. Yeah, it's definitely on the way down now. Yeah, it's definitely lots of green grassy undertones, the way it tastes now. Definitely a little bit of boot with a little bit of scorpion. And quite what else there is in there, I'm not good enough to be able to say. It's almost a little 7-potty at the moment, actually. You know, sometimes I guess scorpions can have that kind of taste too. It sort of leaves you with a little bit of the boot flavour, maybe a little bit of 7-pot in there as well. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever it is, it's very, very good. On the way down, definitely ramping down now. It's how hot are those? There's probably They're probably at least double habanero hot. I wouldn't personally put them in the super hot category. Maybe somewhere around the 500,000 mark, maybe slightly more. But they are quite painful. It's a very aggressive burn. My tongue's still smarting after the punishment it's just been through. But yeah, extremely good pod. I'm really impressed with those. Really great flavour. The best green pod that I've had yet. And as I say, I really did like the mustard Bhut Jolokia. That was a really great one too. But this one's, the flavour's better on this one, but it's not as hot. So, what a great pod you've got there, Jamie. Good for you. And whether these will be available or not, I don't know. I think only time will tell. I think it needs to be grown out a little bit more. But you never know. So, another wonderful pod, another great one from Jamie. Thanks very much, mate. And this is Nigel Carter saying thanks for watching, and I'll be back with some more very soon. See you later.